Alright, hello everyone, welcome back. This episode here, try to pick up from my last part here. Okay, I was gonna explain why Bitcoin would go up to infinity as far as value, and where value of the Bitcoin comes from. So, hold on, before I start, I gotta do something real quick. Be right back. Yeah. All right. So, all right. So, why would Bitcoin go up to infinity in value? And I said because basically you can print money. So, if anybody knows how money is created, then you know how that more money has to be printed in order for the supply of money that could be paid, or how can I say this? The limited supply of actual money is less than the debt that's owed is more. I don't know how to say this. There's more debt than actual money to pay off the debt. So you have to keep getting into debt to increase the money supply to pay off the debt, but there's always going to be more debt than money to pay it off. So anyways, money just has to keep going in order for it to pay itself off, which it will never do. That's why it's going to go to infinity, print money to infinity, right? So everybody knows that. I mean, I went to high school and they told us that's what happens. That's how money is created. So this is nothing new. It's not mind breaking or blowing, one or the other. But this comes to my second part. Now, I know I didn't answer the first question with why. I kind of did, but kind of didn't. But the second thing where the value of Bitcoin comes from, I think I mentioned in some of the previous episodes that the value of Bitcoin comes from the fiat currency itself. So, and the reason why the value of Bitcoin is going to go up is because as more money is being printed, more supply of money is being printed in relation to the amount of Bitcoins being mined into existence. Well, those things are just totally inverse of each other. So as long as more money, I guess, is being printed, that money could be used to buy more Bitcoins, raising its value. And you see that with a lot of other things, people do that with their homes, stocks. Stocks have gone up a lot, breaking records from what I hear. But I don't see a lot of jobs, unfortunately, being created around here either. But those things are considered asset classes, right? Assets. They appreciate in value because they also get their value from money itself, from the amount of money that's being printed. But like I said, I also mentioned in the previous episodes, unlike stocks and bonds and and homes in some way, they're not the way you can exchange them, move them around, the flexibility, the utility of those particular assets aren't as flexible as Bitcoin. And I think I mentioned those in the previous episodes. So people who are, wealthy, they understand this. They've understood this for a very, very long time. And that's why they're wealthy. They're able to maintain uh, their their wealth through. Let me see. How should I say? I think I said it last episode really well. They know the value of money is going down, so they're purchasing another asset that appreciates in value. So, anyways, sorry if I didn't make myself clear, but if you watch the last episode, I said it really well. This episode, not so well, but you get the point. And so, my point is, for a person like me who wants to take Bitcoins out to the market, that's, or anybody else anyway, because this is all about how, I'm sure some of you are wondering how I can make some money, or make some Bitcoins, one or the other. I believe I told you that I'm not in for the money. It's more about Bitcoins. And I did want to let you all know that I did peruse Overstock.com, and they got a lot of good electronics. I'm into electronics, and they'll take your Bitcoins. It's kind of amazing. And so for the people who know what Bitcoin is and how it works and the way it works, I know we're all excited that we can use our Bitcoins to actually buy something other than trading it for money. We can actually trade it for something that we would like to buy. So that's a big plus. Now you can really market Bitcoin. You can really trade Bitcoin more than money now. You can actually trade it for something. People will trade maybe their car for whatever Bitcoins, you name it. So it's the exchange, this medium exchange is starting to really accelerate. And remember I just talked about why Bitcoin would go up in value to infinity. Well, as more and more people use it, that rate of which we're taking the infinite amount of money and buying Bitcoins for it will accelerate exponentially. Okay? And so that's why I would want to market a Bitcoin, or take Bitcoins out to the market for both Main Street use, actual use, and for a way to retain your wealth. And by doing that, everybody wins. The person who uses that money, like I said, over time they'll start they'll start paying less and less for the same thing. So if you look at a Bitcoin at $100, what it cost you to spend $100 was one whole Bitcoin. Now if it went up to 200, now you're spending half a Bitcoin. Now you go up to 400, you're spending a quarter of a Bitcoin. So 400 to 800, you're spending an eighth of a Bitcoin to get the same $100. So for the person on Main Street, it helps them too. For the wealthy investors, it also helps them as well. And what it's going to do is, like I said, the more people use it, the more valuable it's going to get. The acceleration of the value is going to just infinity. So it helps everyone. They just have to get to a Bitcoin somehow. So, like I said, and after that, you can do whatever. I mean, you can trade with each other because there is going to be volatility and fluctuation. So there will be times where you can still trade no matter what. And so that's still going to be, there's a saying is, um, whether you win or lose, no matter what, the market will always be there. And that's so true because when I go to bed and I wake up, I do check, I do check the price, but it's still there, and the price is still moving. So the market's always going to be there. It's always going to go up and down. So don't think that you missed out. It's going to be an up and down, up and down. It doesn't. Things don't just go in one direction like a straight line. It often it doesn't. It's barely on track 99% of the time, but overall it does move in that up direction. So, anyways, I'm gonna cut this one really short because I hopefully I explained it well enough for not too boring for the someone who is pretty knowledgeable about bitcoins and money and the relationship between the two. At the same time, I don't want to go over anyone's head that is new to finance, and also even newer to Bitcoin. So anyways, that's about all the episodes maybe I'll do. I guess I could take some requests if anybody's interested. If you have a particular question or you have a specific question, or if you want my opinion on something, I mean, feel free to leave a comment or a question or video response. So until next time, please stay tuned. I will probably I'll probably do more episodes, but not really talk about Bitcoin like I did in the previous episodes, but talk about what I did with it. I'll talk about a trade I did, or I'll talk about what I bought. Like for example, I actually bought some gift cards with my Bitcoins, and I actually bought Whole Foods. I was looking around, and I said, well, the only thing I really want is some groceries. Remember I told you I want some milk. I want to go to the store buy some milk. Well, Whole Foods says you could trade in your coins to get a Whole Foods gift card. And so, which was really cool, was that I forgot it was Jiffy or something. I don't know. I mean, if you trade in Bitcoins, you'll see their ads all over the place. There are gift cards that you can buy with your Bitcoins. Anyways, I did all these trades, and both in the real world and at the exchanges, and basically about $100 gift card, and it's kind of weird, but that's all profited Bitcoins that I paid in Bitcoins. See, I didn't have to realize U.S. dollars, which is kind of interesting, because that's kind of been the challenge is, you couldn't really spend the Bitcoin the way you wanted to. You were just trading it all the time for U.S. dollars, trying to short and go long. You'd be shorting by, selling out Bitcoin into U.S. dollars or buying U.S. dollars in a sense. So you're doing those kind of trades, which are very, Wall Streetish. But now that, man, you can buy something with it, it just opens everything up. I mean, it almost seems like I don't know. It almost seems like a I can't believe it kind of moment. Like, wow, this is really happening. So I'll get in more about that and what other gift cards I can do, how to do them, maybe I'll get something from Overstock.com and see what that experience is like. See how I like to really, using this as money, I'm really interested to see how, oh, excuse me, the price, the volatility is going to really affect, when if I buy something or if I don't buy something or if it doesn't really matter because I'm, I'm, you know, like I said, I'm in it for the Bitcoins. I'm not in it for the money. I want, I want to gain more Bitcoins. I don't want to gain more money because gaining more money would be just holding on to something that's going to be losing its value. Whereas I'm trying to gain Bitcoins where I know this thing's going to go to, like I said, infinity. So uh, I think that's enough. Thanks a lot. Talk to y'all later. Bye.